When your boss asks you to do something unethical, you have two choices: refuse and face the consequences, or play it smart and let them destroy themselves. This is the story of someone who chose option two. Our main character works at a mid-sized company in a pretty important role. They're responsible for preparing internal reports, numbers, data, metrics, the kind of stuff that leadership actually pays attention to. Their boss had been under a lot of pressure lately. Deadlines were tight, expectations were high, and the department's performance wasn't great. So one day the boss came to them with a request. She didn't say it directly. She was too smart for that. But the message was crystal clear. Can you adjust some of these numbers just to make our department look a little better? Not a direct order to lie, just a suggestion, an implication, a hint. But everyone in that room knew exactly what adjust meant. It meant fudge the data, make things look better than they actually were, lie to leadership. Now, most people in this situation panic. They either refuse on the spot and risk their job, or they go along with it and become complicit. But this person, they did something smarter. They said nothing, just nodded, took the data, and went back to their desk. And then they did their job the right way. They prepared the report accurately, used the real numbers, no adjustments, no creative accounting, just the truth. Then came the brilliant part. When they submitted the report, they made sure to CC their boss and leadership, and they made absolutely certain that everything was properly documented and timestamped. Every email saved, every message archived, every piece of data backed up, because they knew what was coming. Sure enough, leadership noticed immediately. The numbers in the report didn't match what the boss had been promising in meetings, not even close. Questions started coming in, emails flying back and forth. Leadership wanted answers. And the boss? She panicked. Her first move was predictable. Blame the employee. She claimed they had misunderstood her instructions, said they made mistakes in the calculations, tried to paint them as incompetent or careless. Classic corporate deflection. But here's the thing. Everything was in writing. The employee had receipts, all of them. The original data request, the boss's suggestions about adjusting numbers, the accurate report submission, the timestamps proving when everything happened. When HR got involved and asked to see the documentation, the employee handed over everything. And suddenly it became very clear who was telling the truth and who was lying. The boss tried to backtrack, claimed she'd been misunderstood, said it was all a miscommunication. But the evidence didn't lie. Within a few weeks, she was gone. Officially, the company said she resigned to pursue other opportunities. You know the corporate speak they use when someone gets fired, but they don't want to say it outright. But everyone in the office knew what really happened. She'd tried to manipulate data, got caught, tried to throw someone else under the bus, and destroyed her own career in the process. And the employee? They didn't have to raise their voice, didn't have to make a scene, didn't have to fight or argue. They just did their job the right way and let the truth do the rest. The best part? Their career was completely protected. No retaliation, no fallout, because they documented everything and acted with integrity the entire time. Sometimes the best revenge isn't loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's just doing your job correctly and letting dishonest people destroy themselves. Because the truth has a way of coming out eventually. And when it does, the people who tried to manipulate it always pay the price. So what do you think? Was this the right move, or should they have handled it differently? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe for more crazy Reddit tales. I post 3 times a week. See you in the next one.